Hi, everybody. My name is Suzanne, and I am here because today we are hosting a co-working session. And by we, I mean me. I'm hosting it. And I do these every 2 weeks because I believe that I need to be accountable to work on the things that I say I'm going to work on. And so I'm inviting people to join me every 2 weeks to work on one particular tech-related item or another. Now, it's going to be done in a Pomodoro style session where I set a timer, we work for 20 minutes, and then we take a 5-minute break. We tell everybody what we're working on, how it's going, and just sort of refocus. And we spend a second 20-minute period working on the topic or not. You can totally work on whatever you want. But I like to have a focus so that people know what they're working on. Plus, we all need to do this stuff. I mean, if you're invited to join any of them at no charge, you don't even have to sign up ahead of time. Just hop in if you want. And if you need help, support, guidance, focusing on the particular topic that we're working on that day, like today, the email list, then this is the place for you. A final note about the co-working Pomodoro sessions. Sometimes I call them support groups because if you, for example, want to create an email list, then we'll have a bit of a discussion about email lists and how to make one and how, discussion about platforms. And if people show up and they have email lists already, then we can have a little discussion about who uses what platform, pros and cons of using that platform. What does it cost? Is there a limit? Or, I mean, of course, there will be a cost at a certain point. And what is the limit? I'll go first. So I currently use MailChimp. I've been using MailChimp for many years now. I've used MailChimp for both of my companies, and I have a free membership. So that means that I have up to 2,000 people on my list before I have to start paying. And I think they give you something like 10,000 emails per month. So that would allow me to send 5 emails to everybody on my email list if I had capped at 2,000 people. I have not. So I've never exceeded more than 1,100 people. And currently, I've been cleaning it up. So recent regulations have come out that you cannot send emails to um, extinct email addresses that are not active. So inactive email addresses. So maybe somebody signed up, 10 years ago and their email account is no longer active. But if you send an email to that email address, and it bounces back, then you will sort of lose credibility. And I'm not 100% sure on who's docking you these marks, but it could very well be the email provider itself. So it could be MailChimp in this case, or Constant Contact. There are a whole host of programs that you can sign up for. Any email, any website funnel that you have purchased will have the ability. It's also a CRM, a customer relations management tool. Funnels are. So people give you their email address. Maybe you have a pop-up or a freebie type of thing. They give you their email address. You send them something. You send them emails. And when you send these emails via the funnel program, that is the platform that they're sending it from. Not sure if that makes sense. But if you, for example, were to send an email and somebody's email address was rejected or dead or extinct, there has to be a name. Inactive, perhaps. Let's use the word inactive. If you send an email to an inactive account, then your credibility will drop. So today, what I'm going to be focusing on is cleaning up my email list. Another thing that happens is bots will subscribe to your email list. And for example, mine, every now and then I get unsubscribes from an email account that's basically just gibberish. And so periodically I go in and clean that up. That's what I'm going to be working on today. And another thing that will be relevant for you is if you're using, say, Suzanne Rushton at gmail.com. I am not, by the way, but if I was using that, you're not allowed to send newsletters from a Gmail, Hotmail, or Yahoo account. So this is your sign to sign up for another email, or if you have a website or a domain with your name or your business name and you're not using that email, now is the time to start. So that's your sign. So currently, I'm using MailChimp, as I mentioned, and I'm just giving you a monologue because there's no one else here yet. So I'm just going to talk about it. I'm using MailChimp now, and but I'm rebuilding my website on Squarespace, and Squarespace has started offering basically funnel-like features. And I am going to be switching my entire email list over to MailChimp because it will be consistent with my branding and it will easily store people's email addresses within Squarespace. There's an extra fee of, I believe, $5 a month, which to me feels good. My intention for once I launch the new website with the SEO coaching, the SEO course, the tech talks, all of that stuff, the entrepreneur coaching, once I launch that officially, then it will be, I think, easier to store everything in the same platform, which in this case will be Squarespace. So today I'm cleaning up my email list in MailChimp because that's the only one I have yet. And once it comes time to migrate my email list from MailChimp to Squarespace, it is easy to do that. Thank you, tech gods. I appreciate whoever is responsible for the ability to migrate giant lists of people from one platform to another. I think it's an XML file, but we like that very much. And yeah, and that's what I'm going to be working on today. If any thoughts come up or any instructions that I find might be helpful, then I will come back and share them with you. Pause this video now and dive into your email list. You are looking for gibberish emails. You want to delete all of those if they don't make any sense. And also, it's really good practice to check in with your people. So if you haven't written a newsletter for a long period of time, then maybe just while you're in there, write a little email to people. Let them know what you're up to. They want to hear from you. And if they don't, give them the option to unsubscribe so that they will self-select. Okay, pause the video. I'm pausing the video and we're going to get started. 20 minutes. Let's go. So I'm actually going to come back and share this with you. So this is my MailChimp. Okay. So I have 1,150 contacts, 938 are subscribed. So I guess that means that the difference between these two numbers have unsubscribed, which is fine. So it's giving me all these options for automations. We're not worrying about that today, but check this out. It says here, no new contacts added to this audience in the last 30 days. Apparently, in a month, I've had 61 new contacts. That is a red flag. Who are these people? I want to know who these people are. So I'm going to try and click on them. Let's view them, shall we? Okay. This is what I was talking about. See all of this gibberish here? These are not real people, right? Like that. Okay. Their last name is whatever that is. So I'm just going to delete all of those people. I am not sure why they all managed to subscribe. I have no idea. But I mean, I guess I could save the segment and actually email them and just be like, WTF. But anyway, I wanted to jump in and show you that. And so how I'm going to delete them all, select all. And we are going to do drop down actions. We're going to go unsubscribe, or maybe we archive them. Archived contacts will be removed from your audience and will not count towards your billing. Great. And then they should all go away. What happened? Select all. Oh, oh, I see. Because there were 2 pages of them. This is only 25 at a time. Okay, so we're going to archive those. We're just going to keep select at least one subscriber. Okay, even though I've selected all of the subscribers. Okay. Really? Okay. I'm gonna refresh that page. So these are just the fun things that happen behind the scenes. Okay, so they've all been deleted. Great. I'm just back with a thought. Do any of you have an email list? And you go in there, like right now, I'm in my email list, cleaning it up. And I'm like, I should send something to the people. And then I come to, but what am I going to say? So that's where I'm at right now. Like, what do the people want to hear? If you're watching this, you're one of my people. What would you want to hear about? You know, I don't really, oh, I guess the cherry blossoms are coming out. Oh, it's great. Yeah. Like I just imagine like what would I want to hear from someone? Like I'm not really offering anything in particular, but I could do that. I am the least markety person you will ever meet. Maybe that's not true, but I'm pretty low. I'm pretty low. I barely send out emails. So every time I'm in MailChimp, I'm like, huh, I should send an email. Like when I taught the SEO class, I sent emails, which is great. And you know what? People replied. People were interested. And I got people that came to the SEO class, every week. But yeah, as a photographer, like what am I gonna say? Hey, just still taking photos. When I had the photo walk business, that was more, I had more news because there was more to say. But a lot of the people on my email list came from photo walks. So they've all been kind of merged into one list, but they've been tagged with where they came from, like photo walk people or photography people. So maybe I should write an email. I think that's what I'm going to do. I deleted all of the weird email addresses, and I think how much time is left on the timer? 12 minutes. So I think I'm going to put together a little email. Just keep the dream alive. My alarm just went off. The first Pomodoro session is complete. I'm going to stop for 5 minutes and then do another 20. My update is that I already mentioned this, but I deleted all of the contacts and I started building another email. I replaced my logo and I'm going to reach out to my under engaged people and basically politely invite them to unsubscribe or see if they want to stay on the list. Hi, guys. I just wanted to come back for a second. I'm going to share my screen and show you what is actually going on. It's a little bit crazy. It is exactly what I showed you before, but check this out. I discovered something. I discovered that when the source is API, that is where all of the fake people come from. So their last name is a bunch of gibberish, and I had 600 of them. So actually, I think that my 1,100 people, I think 600 of them are fake people, which is great, which is exactly why we're doing this. And so I took a break from creating an email because I thought, you know what? Why don't I actually go through my email list, which was the entire point of today, and remove the people that are on the list that aren't real. So I'm selecting them all. Now I could go select all, but I'm just going to go select visible so that I can actually scan through them just in case somebody is legitimate. But I've already done a couple hundred and so far they are not. I'm archiving them. Later, I will delete all of the archived people. So I just wanted to show you that. Yeah, now we're down to 437. Yeah. So like this is their last name. Office, really? I don't think so. Bryduck at Gmail. Is that an actual person? I don't think so. Ravenworthy? Like they're close, right? They're close, but I don't think they're real people. So we're gonna delete them. And yeah, that's what I'm doing for the next 5 minutes. I was gonna show you one more thing here. So in case you're doing the same thing as me with MailChimp, what I had to do, I actually had to Google it because I had archived all of the or most of the weird email addresses. So I Googled it and I created a segment. This is a longer conversation. If you want a MailChimp session, let me know. But basically, I created a segment called API, and those are all the people that were added via API. The source was API. I don't trust any of them, you know. So once I had the segment, I archived everybody. And now I'm in the archived section, or I'm in the API segment. And in order to delete them, I'm managing the contacts. I'm going to data management tool. Oh, oops. I was already there. Oops, I was already there. I apologize. Let's go back. Can I go back? I guess not. View archived contacts. Okay. I'm going to select the visible again, not all of them. I'm going to go through them just to make sure some of them are already unsubscribed, but these are all archived and like Mareski. I mean, some of them look real. Anyway, then I'm going to manage contacts, data management tool. And here now the permanently delete option has shown up. Oh gosh, but now I want to view the API ad segment that I created. Oh, but we only have 242 left, which is great. So we're going to select visible, just do a final scan here, make sure nobody's a real person that we want to delete. So far, nope. Then we go permanently delete, and you have to type in permanently delete. They will not be able to be re-added, which is fine because they're not real people anyway. And that's it. My job for the hour has been done. And I did not create an email. MailChimp stuff always takes much longer than I think it's going to take. So if it takes you a long time too, you're not alone. And that should be it. So these people really, oh, they're still there. Why are they still there? Select visible. Oh, I guess I have to do another segment. So I'm going to do that, but that's how you do it. And that's it. I hope you enjoyed your 2 Pomodoros of MailChimp or whatever your email platform is, auditing, cleaning up your email list, making sure that the people that are on your list are real people that want to hear from you. And that way, when you continue to send out newsletters, letting people know what you're doing or advertising a product or service, they will be receptive to you and you will be smiled upon by the email gods. So good luck. Have fun. Let me know if you have any questions, and we will see you next time.